Hey guys, Andrew McFarlane here from StartAJuiceBar.com. Hope you're feeling amazing, happy, thriving. And today we're talking about 5 things that will make customers stop coming to your juice bar or smoothie bar business. Before we get into it, thanks for everyone who is subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed and you want to, you can click the button below. Everybody who's been liking the content, here's a reminder to do that. We always appreciate the encouragement. It always inspires me to make more content and know that people are watching it. And so today, moving on to the topic of conversation, why do you want to know these things? Well, so that simply you can avoid making these mistakes to ensure that your business is going to be more successful and around for longer periods of time. So diving in, what's the first thing? The first thing that will make a customer stop coming to your juice bar is a bad first impression. As it's been said, you only get one opportunity to make a first impression. And what I've noticed all too often, because we've had many prospective clients and clients reach out to us at certain phases of their business. This could be 6 months after their opening, a year after their opening, 2 years after their opening. And they have seen that, wow, things didn't go the way that I wanted them to go. We didn't execute well in the beginning. Our product wasn't developed in the way that it really should have been. And now we're struggling to get customers. And at that phase of a business, it can be very difficult to bounce back, because if you've had too many people walk into your business and have a bad first impression, they don't come back and they tell their friends, don't go to that place. I had a very bad experience. And so although we'd like to believe that even if the business improves, that people are going to give you a second chance, but the unfortunate thing is that a lot of people won't, because they don't have the capacity to keep putting themselves out there in hopes that you're going to get it right. And so a bad first impression will ruin your relationship and ruin the trust of that customer. So it will inspire them to not come into your business anymore. So that's why it's really, really important in the first phase to do everything right. Really plan accordingly before you execute and open your business. This is why for us, with a lot of our clients, we do a lot of training even before they open. And if that's something you're interested in, feel free to reach out to us. We can talk about that. I'll share my email later on in the video by the end. But first impression is so important, because you want to make sure you build the right kind of momentum for your business ongoing and don't turn customers off from coming into your business. So that's the first thing. All right. Number 2 is slow order times. Now, if you don't know it, it's important for you to realize that time is our greatest resource. Some people think that money is the big resource. It's not money. Money is obviously valuable, but time is the resource that everybody is really looking to capitalize on and have more of, because it's the one thing that we can't get more of or get back once it's utilized. And so if you are not executing efficiently, and when I say efficiently, you really want your orders to be delivered to the customer somewhere between 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes at most from the time that they order. If it's taking longer than that, customers are going to start to get impatient, and they're going to also stop coming to your business. Now, the faster, the better, because the thing that you'll notice is that all very, very, very successful quick service fast food restaurants, what do they all have in common? They're very quick when it comes to delivering orders. This is why even you'll see a trend in juice bars now starting to put drive-thrus in their businesses. You know that coffee shops do it. A company like Starbucks has drive-thrus. McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, all these fast food chains, they all have drive-thrus. Why? Because it's efficient, it's quick, it's convenient. Convenience and efficiency are humanity's greatest resource and asset. So being slow in your business is detrimental to customers making a decision to whether to come back or not. Right? You will go to a place that doesn't have the greatest product if they're fast and you're in a rush. And people have so much going on. People have families, they've got jobs, they have so many things they have to do. So to be able to squeeze in even an extra minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, they'll make a decision to go to a place that's going to just be quick and convenient, even if you have a better product. So make sure that you know to execute well on customer delivery times. Number 3 is inconsistency in product delivery. Now, if you haven't heard me say it in other videos, Trust is the only currency. Customers don't invest money in businesses that they don't trust. When you are inconsistent in your delivery of your product, or let's say even any other aspect of your business, because that's just one facet. But let's say customers order and one day they order a 16-ounce drink and it came out and it was 22 ounces or it was 12 ounces and then it didn't taste the same. It wasn't as flavorful or whatever it is. And now granted, within a juice bar, you can't control everything because you're dealing with an organic product. Not every day apples are going to taste the same. Not every 2 apples taste the same. So there is a margin of error that customers understand and expect. But if you are extremely inconsistent where you're forgetting certain ingredients in their recipes, you're forgetting certain elements that they've ordered, there's just not consistency in everything that you're doing. Some days you're really, really quick. Some days you're really, really slow. That breaks trust. It's just like a person, right? A business is really no different because you're building a relationship with your clients and your customers. And if you know individuals in your life who are inconsistent, they tell you they're going to do something, and sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't. Guess what? You're not going to invest a lot in that person because you know that you can't trust them. And when you're a business, you are making a promise to a customer, right? If you say that, hey, those things are in that recipe, I've seen so many businesses just not put ingredients in a recipe or something that I've ordered, and they just say, oh, yeah, we didn't tell you, we're out of that thing. We replaced it with this. Now, that is not consistent, and that breaks trust. And I don't want to go to that business all the time because I'm thinking I have an expectation, and that may or may not be fulfilled, and that doesn't make me feel secure as a consumer. And so know that being consistent is crucial to maintaining long-term relationships with your customers. Otherwise, it'll break down and people will stop coming to your business. All right, let's look at number 4. Number 4 should go without saying, but it's poor customer service. Now, you as the business owner might be really clear on how to service your customers when you're there, but the question is, does your staff know? Does your staff know what to do if a customer complains about their order? I've seen a lot of people in businesses have their staff that gets defensive when a customer comes and says, hey, I tried this drink and I didn't really like it. The staff member will say, oh, well, we made it to the recipe and that's just the way the drink is. Now, that's a terrible response because it doesn't make that customer feel like they're being taken care of. And so there's so many layers to it, right? Poor customer service doesn't just mean that. It means, in general, how are you proactively making sure your customers are elated and excited and inspired by their experience, but also how do you respond and react to situations that arise when customers complain or have issues with any aspect in your business? Is your team trained to know what to do, right? So you got to walk them through all those scenarios, and I have a whole nother video somewhere on this channel. You can search for it on customer service do's and don'ts, and we also have a very deep lesson on customer service in our online course. But that is one of the crucial elements. A business that doesn't serve its customers well will leave customers feeling not important, not cared for, not seen, and then disconnected ultimately from that business, and then therefore lead them to a place where they don't come back anymore. All right, so what's the 5th and final reason that customers will stop coming to your business? Now, I left this one for last because it's a pretty nuanced subject matter, and I think it's something that people don't think enough about or consider when it comes to why customers make decisions to go to certain businesses, especially in this industry. And that is a feeling of mistrust in your business or your brand. And that usually comes from customers questioning the integrity of the business and the business owner, right? Which go hand in hand. And so we all know that in this realm of health, there are people, unfortunately, that are doing a lot of things to present themselves one way, but then delivering in a different way. They might say that they're using organic ingredients when they're really not, or they might be adding water to their drinks, or the list goes on. And there's a number of things that a business can do that customers will start to become sensitive to. And one of the things that I see happen most often is usually when the spectrum of ingredients that a business is using doesn't add up, right? So this is one of those things where if you're serving superfoods and all really high quality ingredients in one section, and then on another part of your menu you're serving, fried bacon and eggs or something that just doesn't really align with a business that's supposed to be valuing health. Because if a customer walks in and sees that, they're going to lose trust, because they're going to say, does this business really know who it is? I can't participate in that. And then, so not just looking at the initial menu, but what I've seen happen most often is with businesses that are around for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, even businesses that are around longer than that, as their businesses grow and they seek to get more efficient and save more money with their expenses, they start skimping on the quality of ingredients that they're sourcing. So where at one point they may have been using, let's say coconut nectar or dates as a sweetener, and then they start saying, you know what, maybe customers don't mind. Maybe we start using some coconut sugar, or maybe we start using some refined white sugar, right? Well, guess what? Customers do mind, and they notice, and they start to believe and realize that, hey, this business may not be doing things for the same reason that they did initially. Maybe they're getting too much about the money and not caring enough about me as a customer. And ultimately, that ends up hurting the business long term. And so if customers at the end of the day question your integrity or who you are and your values as a business, either from day one or 10 years later, they are going to stop coming to your business. Once again, think about your company like a person, because if someone starts to do things that are out of character, you're going to start thinking, hey, that person might be going down a bad path and I can't associate with them anymore. I'm going to stop being friends with that person, or if that's a partner, I need to separate myself from that person. And businesses are no different. And so this is why, for many reasons, it's important to always maintain a high standard, high integrity, consistency in that realm, because it will turn customers off if they feel anything otherwise. So that's the message for today. I hope this has been insightful. For those of you who aren't subscribed to the channel and you want to subscribe, I encourage you to do that. If you're not following us on Instagram, we've got a whole Instagram page where we're constantly putting out content every single day. It's just at StartAJuiceBar. If you want to listen to more content like this while you're passively driving or maybe going for a run to stay inspired and keep gaining more information and insight, we have a podcast on iTunes, on Spotify. It's also on our website if you visit us at StartAJuiceBar.com. This is Andrew McFarland wishing you guys a lot of success. And as I said earlier, if you guys want more in-depth support, you can reach me personally at Andrew@StartAJuiceBar.com. Would love to discuss how we can help you bring your vision from maybe just a desire to walking you through the steps and supporting you in launching your business and getting you off the ground so you can thrive and open multiple stores all around the world in the future. All right. Hope you guys are well, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Take care. Hope you guys have been enjoying the video content. For those of you who are not sure what the next steps are, but are really inspired to get your juice business off the ground, we have, for you, created this free ebook, The 15 Steps to Starting Your Juice Business from Scratch. There's a link in the description below, and that will walk you through the step-by-step process of how to go from the beginning and just having an idea to all the things that you need to do to open up your business and launch. Beyond that, if you want to go even deeper, there is an opportunity. We have created an online course, which is also linked in the description below, which is a more detailed and granular offering to give you a deeper understanding of everything that you need to do to go from A to Z. So I hope you guys enjoy these resources, and I look forward to seeing you guys launch your businesses, and I'll see you guys at the next video.